Welcome back guys, this is Vishu from SavageCamp, and in this video we are going to learn about constructors. So in the last two videos we went over how to create a class and create functions inside the class, and we went over the self keyword and how it is used and why you should use self variables, because you can use it anywhere in the function and they would still retain the value once we pass the values to them. Now in this video let's do constructors. So I'll do construct, and constructors were pretty popular when I was doing C++ and Java. We can go over constructors. So let's do a test class, and this test will have initialization function, and here let's do pass. So this test class, when I want to call this, I will do object is equal to test. Now let's do a self dot name is equal to empty. If I run this, it is going to run constructor class. This is what it runs when you call the class. This is what it does. It initializes the variables inside the class and sets values to them, whichever value you want. So suppose I do name dot self dot name is equal to Vishu. Then if I want to do define age, I can say print self dot name is 99 years old. This is a simple function that will run, and I did not call age. So obj.age, this is a very simple program and it is going to run and print out the value. Where did it get the value Vishu? When you create the class and call it like this, it runs the constructor class, and you can see it if I do print, and if I run this now, you will see it runs in constructor class. Let's remove the age one, and if I do this in constructor class, this is the only thing it is running. And if you want, I don't think this is a good practice. You should never pass parameters inside the constructor class. As far as I know, don't quote me on this, but when I was learning, they said define it in here rather than passing in parameters. But you can do parameters over here, and self.name is equal to name. Let's put this first name so there is less confusion. And when I run this now, it is going to give an error. And the reason behind that is because it is expecting first name. So in this case, you have to put the first name over here because the constructor is taking a parameter. So you have to pass the argument. When the constructor is not taking the parameter, which is the usual case, that is when you remove this and just call the class with parenthesis. I think that is it for this video. Just remember, every class should have an init function. It is a good practice. Your class might still run without init function, but it is a good practice to define the init function and set the constant variables that you know are not going to change. And those can be variables that you are not taking from the user, which should be something like the PC's name. I know my PC's name. I don't want the user to put the PC's name. So I would put that in this constructor function. And I think that is it for this video, guys. Remember, when you call the class, it runs the constructor function. Whatever you define in the constructor function can be used anywhere in other functions in the same class. Do not forget, the function has to be part of the class. And that's it for this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.